Oh. Yes!
Frozen Lance. Ready for rendering. I have like 10 different videos that I need to render. Okay, we got Twisted Assistance. We have a Siren of the Sea to play off of with 2 energy siphons. This is a pretty solid opener. And we've got Fire is Green. A lot to enjoy here. But I need to figure out how I'm going to try to play off of, what's it called? Incant. Need to figure out how we're incanting successfully here. I think Wanderer's Talisman is just not going to get us a lot of value over the course of the run. So I'm going to take contingency plans. We've got Spike Scale, Entropy Seraph, Pyre Hunter Archeon. I'm going to play Devour Grael, because I haven't gotten a chance to in the last 2 Grael runs. And we got this. Okay. So, let's see. I think we're probably... For this fight, I think we're devouring on the bottom floor. I think that's not always the case. But for this fight, I'll play it out like this. Okay, so with this, the way we play this is basically the Yaw, this, and that might win the whole fight already. Now, Grael can only eat assistants, and he gains their stats. So anything we do that winds up giving more stats to assistants is going to go pretty crazy. Give Scissor Hands to everybody. We've got no reason to aggregate all of our Scissor Hands to the same place. We don't play this because we're on Fire's Greed. Make sure I'm preserving Grael's health somehow. I think I just play a guy in front of them, actually. Energy Siphons here for incants. Take damage from Fire's Greed. And we win the fight. Nothing else to worry about. This is the first run that you're going to see where we actually distribute our Scissor Hands. Let's see. Forevermore versus It's Alive. Pyre Hunter Archeon? I mean, Sanguine Assistant is definitely another assistant that we can eat. It definitely has the word assistant printed on it. So, I think I'm going to grab it. I'm going to take an offering token. One offering token is awesome. So I have not played It Devours very much at all. I think I've played this setup like one other time. Steel, Stygian Banner. What do we need? Okay. So we have access to 2 Twisted Backs. We're probably playing Siren of the Sea and Grael with Twisted Backs on them. So we're going to have good trample. I think we're probably in the state that we need a better tank. We need upgrades for Siren of the Sea. She can become a full-blown carry. And then we need spells to have, like, Spell Chain and other nonsense that make them easier to play. So Offering Token could get some good upgrades with this setup. And the Siren can get some good upgrades. I think I want to go for the Merchant of Magic and then get this Merchant of Steel. Crystal Seeks, Smaller Surge. And then a Guard of the Unnamed and Icy Silophyte. So if I take the Icy Silophyte, I get a Sweeper for the bottom floor, which could be very, very helpful. And I could do like a sweep on the bottom floor and then the Siren and Grael up above that. I think that's probably the likeliest thing to work out for me. None of these really play well with Intrinsic. I think I'm going to take plus 20 consume on a Frozen Lance. I don't think I have a good Holy Stone either, so I'm just going to try and get my Frozen Lances out of the way, and then purge something. I think I have space for 1 Shield Steward right now standing in front of the Silophyte. And I don't have much room for Spear Stewards at the moment. So I think right now I might be going for Twisted Backs on the Xylophyte and the Siren, while Grael sits on the top floor eating people. Let's see, he has only half-decent tank stats so far. I think it's like this, and we'll move on. I think I probably wind up needing to take extra space. This could be a little tricky, but I think we take it. I think we arrange like this. And then... Erratic Assistant, chow down. Do this, I think. And then, like, yeah. I should be casting these where I incant. Chomp. I see. Can't block for this any more than I have. I can block here. I'll do that for now, for some damage. I actually want to incant here, so we'll do that. Okay, play that too. That's probably supposed to be on Grael's force, that Grael can eat him, but I think I draw something else for Grael to eat. Evening, Frixum, thanks for stopping by. So Grael's gonna eat this. And I put this here. And I appear to be out of energy, because we took an energy challenge. Yeah, it seems a little late for you to be logging on. Let's bring in the Twisted Assistant. Eat him. Equip that. And I think we play into our incants. I will actually hold that in hand, so that I can get Fire as Greed money. Do that, do that. If I give you somebody to stand in front of you, do you perform better? Just need to, like, give you +3/+3 until you win. Looks like she probably doesn't win no matter how many times I give her +3/+3. And I can't give her this Vampire Tooth. My own miscalculation. I'll play these so they're not at risk of being redrawn. But I have 9 total cards to work with. Maybe we give Grael, oh, we just win it, don't we? Sure. I will take an extra 20 gold. I was not trying to make Baron work. Our last couple of Baron runs have worked, although I had to restart some fights, because it's pretty technical. I think I'll take an It's Alive. Lifesteal seems really important to keeping me alive at the moment. Perhaps unfortunately so. Titan's Gratitude is a good payoff for my spell weakness stuff. So let's see, I won my Baron Hellhorn and Baron Awoken runs. Oh, yeah, that's another question. Knowing how Baron works? I don't know. He somewhat works. I think this version of Baron is a bit easier to understand. So I could Large Stone one of my assistants, and then Grael can devour his stats. Oh no, Devour only gets the attack power. Bummer. I could possibly Large Stone the Xylophyte. Our second upgrade on the Xylophyte needs to be the Quick Stone in that case, I think. But this should be very helpful to them. They can solo the bottom floor with that for a while. I could Strength Stone one of these assistants, and then Grael can eat that strength. I'm going to try that. He's going to have very high attack power. I don't know how he's going to live. How does he work? Nobody knows. Nameless Siren's definitely playable. Titan Sentry's probably quite good, especially if I get car space, which I think I'm going to need pretty soon. Titan Sentry can also sit in front of the Silophyte, because he's a smaller unit. Let me go for that. There were a lot of, like, I could have picked either one of those. There's a lot of arguments for either one. I can get Spell Sanctum on my Incant floor, the second floor, or a Boiler Room on my bottom floor. Both of these are insanely valuable. I think we go with Spell Sanctum because it's the rarer, more expensive card. And we are very good at using that Spell Sanctum in this run. That makes us maybe a little less energy dependent. Let me see what my deployment looks like. And this is Hire Hunter. So we've got 18 damage coming in from the boss on turn 1. Always fun. So I think we set up like this. Play Grael. Fortunate thing is, I really can't Shield Steward in front of Grael here. I can technically Shield Steward in front of the Siren of the Sea, but Grael needs places for assistance to be played for him to eat them. Okay, it sure is the case that none of these cards give lifesteal, which is what I was hoping to see. We just play this here for incants. We're going to be doing that a lot in this fight. I can block some amount of the damage that's coming in at Grael. I think I'm going to do just this erratic assistance with the blocker, stop 9 damage from coming in. And Twisted Back on this Icy Silophyte might win me the whole fight. Funnily, I can spell weakness my own units for incant. And enemies don't play spells, so I will not be punished for doing that. Offering Token. Probably drop the Scissor Hands here. Everything else that we have is nicely playable. I'm pretty comfortable with letting the Titan Sentry die. I guess we Scissor Hand something that is not currently dying. And I guess we play this here. It drops our 10 gold, but gets a nice Frostbite out. There's the It's Alive to help Grael survive, and he needs 2 blockers. And play Frozen Lances. This thing can just soak up however much damage for the rest of the fight, and it's fine. Grael eats that guy, Twisted Back. I actually want the Sanguine Assistant dead. And Frozen Lance here, and might as well play another guy down here. So now I give Grael the Vampire's Tooth. Grael can afford to eat one of these guys, so he can take that damage and then still get the lifesteal hit off. I have nobody to hold these Scissor Hands for me. It's a weird phrase, but here we are. I'm going to hold the 10 gold. So, funnily enough, I mean, I don't have meta-scaling, right? What am I doing? I don't have meta-scaling, but I do get money if I play this right. If I play my cards right. Yeah, I'll let it pass to get another 10 gold. I think we probably kill him on this bottom floor. Yeah, he did. I'll take another 10. I'll take another 10 gold though. Fire is Greed absolutely mind controls me, and I'm convinced that that is the way to play it. So Harness the Titan is actually quite strong. Combustion Suit is as well. Combustion Suit works pretty well with our what's it called? Sweep units. But they're actually pretty fine with these Twisted Backs already. We're actually equipped enough. I'm going to take this Harness the Titan because our spell weakness goes crazy with it. I don't need Test Subject Alpha, and I'm not going to deploy him, but a second Siren of the Sea is actually pretty great. This is a big question. So, I think I want Heaven's Light, and the Spell Sanctum helped me get away with that. And our second upgrade will probably be Energy, like, unmistakably. Alright, Events are not the best for me, because I don't have fully upgraded units or fully upgraded spells. I don't have a card that I want to duplicate if I found a mirror. I can give away energy. There are a couple things that are related to health that I could take. There's a Pyre Remains with that. I don't think I really want to chase this Pyre Remains either. So this is maybe my only chance for a Pyre Remains in these next 3 fights. What do I want the most? I need to see how Devour 2 works. Oh, right. Clicking that locks me in. Shoot. Whatever. Devour 2. We gain double their attack. Cool. And I guess we're getting these effects. I'm not upset about a Merchant of Magic. No way. We could do Spell Chain Holdover Offering Token. But it is a little card negative. Because you draw the Offering Token every turn. That is -1 draw. The Offering Token itself is neutral each time. Draw, discard. So we're not really gaining anything with that, except for we get to do a lot of incants. Reforming Ooze. Reforming Ooze is a lot worse for Grael than it is for Oriki, because we have no reanimate cards. We do not have good access to Mix to create reanimate cards. He has reanimate 1 on him, so he's always a guy that's going to get a little bit of attack per fight. He's a monstrosity, so he comes in with contingency plans, but I think he's just bad in this run. He doesn't help. So it's probably better for me to just spell chain like Energy Siphon here. And between Energy Siphon and the Icy Silophyte, we're very often going to be getting a lot of spell weakness on some units. I can easily go bonus power on either the Frozen Lances or the Titan's Gratitude. I think upgrading the Titan's Gratitude is a bigger priority. We can get that up to like 150 damage, try to get that crazily multiplied. I could take a reroll here, but what are my hits on the reroll? Maybe I get a cool hit on Harness the Titan. What if we did like a discounted holdover Harness the Titan? Is that good? Is that too goofy to work? Maybe that's good. We thin our deck out because we play a lot of erratic assistance, and then we'll be having Harness the Titan every turn. We could go for like more hand size, and we're playing all of our Frozen Lances for free. Okay, this is a silly idea. But this might be really fun. We're going to have a ton of ramping spell power. And we're going to try to blow up some bosses before they get to do cool stuff. I don't think I can take this Pyre Dampener. Yeah, I tend to need a lot of energy because I devour units and I get their equipment back right away. And then I need to play that equipment. I sweep these Profane Supplicants very easily. I'm not concerned about that part. I'm mostly concerned about when the boss comes in, if I'm scaled enough. I have a lot of free plays, actually. My deployment energy will be 3 if I take this challenge. That allows me to deploy the Silophyte, one of the Sirens, and the Titan Sentry. So I'm losing out on getting one of the Sirens out. I really need both of those Sirens in play. And then in subsequent turns, I have 2 energy to work with. Oh boy. It's such a big slowdown. It's such a big slowdown, and I'm worried about Kel anyway. I'm not taking it. I think the power difference between whether we get these 2 Sirens immediately or we get one of them later is huge. And when we do plays like this, like, we would not be able to play something else here. Of course, we don't have anything else to play this time, but, you know, normally. I'm going to play this here, even though it doesn't do that much for us. I'll keep taking damage from the Vengeful Shards. This is a consumable one, so it doesn't matter as much if we are not getting to use it. Put this on the one in the back. Got room to fill up Grael's floor. Although maybe that's not the most important thing to do. I think I might have taken space on Reflex when it was a bad idea. Let's see. Barely not getting through that. So we're not getting the Collector here. If I had drawn a spell, it would be different. Or if I had played more of these guys down here, work out, I think. I'll play him in the back here. Like one middle core unit short. No. Okay, this is when we start to get into cool turns with this strat. Technically equip that there. 4 incants. I gave up on 10 gold for the incant there. See. She gets about 3 interactions. Her interactions are worth spell weakness. What I do here is this. So we get more spell weakness onto Kel. Check my next cards. I think I don't play Offering Token here because if I draw Titan's Gratitude, I'm guaranteed to not see it next turn, which is important. Like, I really want to have Titan's Gratitude come in. It's gonna, like, almost kill Kel by itself. Okay, he is already dying, but also there's this. I could have gotten 20 gold if I skipped the turn instead. Let's see, Risky Op, Organ Harvester, and Acid Shower. So Acid Shower is allowed to scale its attack power off of Harness the Titan, and that does make me want to take it, so I'll take it. It's also free to play on the Spell Sanctum floor, so yeah, it's great. I can take Frenzied Swarm on the same logic. Let's see. It's free to play. It's more stuff. I mean, sometimes it wins the game. I'll take it. It's really hard to not click Frenzied Swarm. It's almost the best Stygian card right now. Let's see. Unstable Vortex lets me remove a Shield Steward and probably an Erratic Assistant because I have a few too many. And then I get an artifact out of the Herzls and an artifact out of the Merchant Trinkets versus getting a duplication. If I got artifacts that gave me more draw, that would be super hype. The Merchant of Steel, I'm still kind of looking to see if I might find Quick for the Icy Silophyte. How many Merchants of Steel do I have up and coming? I've got this one. This is the last one before Kale. Spike's Kale. I think the Nourishing Feed effect is on a particularly healthy guy. So, Silophyte needs some serious buffs to take those out. I don't think I'm getting those buffs out of artifacts. Let me go over here. Multi-Strike and Speedstone. Go figure. I get my choice. It's going to be Speedstone, I think. I think that's usually worth more. and then the multi-strike can go onto one of the Sirens. It's a pretty big deal. And I want to armor incant one of the Sirens as well. We'll have one of the Sirens predisposed to stand in front, one of them predisposed to stand behind. Stygian check. I can play this Nameless Siren, so we're taking it. I'm either duplicating the Spell Chain Energy Siphon or maybe some other offensive spell. I don't think I'm duplicating Harness the Titans because I was foolish and didn't take Extra Draw. Extra Draw was the smart pick earlier. Now that I have 2 Sirens of the Sea and 1 Nameless Siren, I have, like, 4 units that I can meaningfully give offensive equipment. And maybe 3 meaningful equipment pieces. So I'm going to duplicate a Twisted Assistant. My other option here is I can duplicate Titan's Gratitude, because it's my big, hard-hitting card that I think I need more often. I think I actually need Draw Redundancy on this. Let's take that. Bit of a concern. Thorn Guard. I think the Silophyte is probably not concerned about the Thorn Guard. Grael probably beats the Thorn Guard in a punch-up. And I think the Sirens outscale the Thorn Guard, so we should be able to take this. See, this Spell Sanctum event is a huge find. It's like having Tethys. I think with Quick now, the Titan Sentry is less important. Absolute Siren 4. Let's go. Chomp. This is attack to 73. Get that out there. Wow, she gets that in 1? How is she even killing that in 1 turn? I don't even know what happened, but I'm okay with it. The incant scaling begins. Get fed. We put this on the multi-striker. Bring in an assistant behind so it doesn't die on the spikes right away. This. Can actually go here, and we have more room for stuff anyway. Let's see. Come in. That. Come in. If I Vampire Tooth the Titan Sentry, he is healing up at a decent rate right now. I do this, discard that, play that, more incants. Let's see. Trial eats. Place the assistant. You catch some hands. Play this, we get $20. So I'll miss an incant there for money. Eats. Assistant. Get him equipped. Play the spell siphons. Play the harness. Spell siphoning your own units is really funny. Or energy siphoning your own units for scaling. Oh, we win. The lifesteal on the tank is actually decently strong down there. Better than I expected. But in other news, Twisted Back continues to win runs. But we might be able to use this Replicator Ray to do something interesting. Let's see. I mean, the most immediate thing that comes to mind is probably like duplicating the Silophyte, but I don't want to lose a Twisted Back in the exchange. There are a couple ways where that plays out that we don't lose a Twisted Back. The other option, of course, is we play Horrify, because Horrify is pretty good. I think Replicator is the winning play. I really like the Unnamed Tome here. do we want a Pyre Remains? Do we need a Merchant of Magic? There's a few pretty cool things we can find out of a Merchant of Arms. Of course, only our top and bottom floors really care about it. Let's see. How do we feel about the Pyre Remains up top? We got one of them paired with a Merchant of Arms Celestial Alcove, and our other Pyre Remains is paired with a Merchant of Steel. We have a lot of use for Merchants of Steel. We're almost certainly going to a Merchant of Steel in Ring 8, because both of our Sirens are... all three of our Sirens and our Titan Sentry are all hungry for upgrades. Merchant of Magic is a little declined in value because of some of our other stuff. I don't want to hold over a second card, but Holdover Titan's Gratitude is probably powerful. I think given that I've already done some spell upgrades and card duplicates, the Merchant of Arms is probably the stronger pull. This. I don't like these too much. Let me re-roll this. Siren Song is not that great against Spike Scale, because if his units get to eat, it does not solve the problem. Organ Harvester on Silophyte might be good, but I think it doesn't beat the Twisted Back. I think we just pass on these. I don't have anything I want to merge. Yeah, if I'd hit like a Frost Piercer on Devour Grael, I think that would be a huge burst of power. But I was really looking for runes more than anything else. Let me drop the Shield Steward. And I think I want to drop one of the Erratic Assistants. They are slowing me down a bit. Okay. I don't know how well we do in this fight, but we have a powerful sweeper on the bottom floor. So I have a good notion about that. Trial up top. Siren, 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 Sweeper. Twisted Chomp. That, this. Don't want lifesteal on you. They don't want you to stick that 22 damage. This is a pretty cool hand. Lots of incants, Titan Gratitude after some spell weakness. Fun stuff. This is the Replicator raid turn. She's still going to have 87 attack because the Rage replicates. It's very funny. It's going to get more stuff on them too. Let's try it. This is the round where we try it. There we go. We get one of them twisted back again anyway. Back there. $10. I could use lifesteal on the one in the front. I might have needed to take that risky op earlier. This. Yeah, 12 corruption is the number, so this one gets killed. Already used both my twisted backs, so this. Okay, Titan Sentry comes out. It's alive, you. The correct move there was probably to It's Alive this and then play the Titan Sentry, but it's fine either way, really. Not gonna bother me that much. I need a blocker. Devour that. Harness. Give you Scissor Hands, technicality, because I want to. And play this here. Naturally, I could have just popped Kale with those spells. Alright, damage here is kind of mediocre. This, how much do I need to ensure my win? I think I can get $10. I'm gonna Vampire's Tooth here for one shot of lifesteal. I'll play that as far as guaranteeing the win goes, but I think we kill on the second floor anyway. Spell weakness 8. Does that make you feel? So I could kill with Titan's Gratitude. I'm gonna get $10 instead. So we appear to be kind of secure in using two different routes to victory. Oh, this is a choice. So Frost Piercer is very strong on Grael, very strong against the Titans. Ancient Synergy is very strong with our Harness the Titans game plan, because it hits 3 times. But hitting 3 times is probably worse than the Attune spell rate. Yeah, we're not doing that much with Baron. I'm going to take the Frost Piercer for Baron reasons. I think I need to take Hell's Flame. Limbo Solace is definitely good right now. I'm going to take Hell's Flame. I think taking this Heaven's Light was a mistake, but because I should have taken card draw at some point in this run. But I'm kind of locked into the mistake now. I could check the Merchant of Arms again, or I can hit up the Merchant of Magic. I don't have the energy to make anything deployable. What is the event liable to do for me? What could the event do for me that goes crazy? Is there a case where the event gives us card draw? Kinda, sorta. The event could give us -1 energy for +2 card draw off of a relic. That is technically possible. The event could give us Worthy Sacrifice on an erratic assistant for energy. But, meh. You just get a Forgotten Boons. Forgotten Boons is always good. What events miss? There are some events that turbo hit more than there are events that miss, honestly. They could get, like, Arches. It's a big hit. The miss event is if we get Consumable Gremlin. Consumable Gremlin's really bad. It just doesn't do enough. What about the Merchant of Arms? The Merchant of Arms, good. We're not going to merge anything. We're not going to deployable anything. We would go there looking for rooms, because we get up to 2 different rooms. I mean, rooms would be pretty nice. What do I need? Okay. So we need to take the Merchant of Steel, because I need to find more defenses to live better. Which means I'm already getting a Pyre Remains, which makes this Pyre Remains redundant. So yeah, I think we're going left here. Stoic Plate Mail and Bloodthirsty Blade. Usually I like Bloodthirsty Blade on a quick sweep unit, but Twisted Back does the same thing. Stoic Plate Mail is pretty lame because it's got that silence keyword that makes the Titan Sentry into not a very cool unit. I guess, actually, this Revenge Frostbite doesn't really matter to us. We're mostly playing this guy for a 40 health brick, and this makes the guy into a 100 health brick. No, sorry, 130 health brick. Let's take that. Alright. Feeling maybe Spell Chain on a Titan's Gratitude. Maybe more power on a Titan's Gratitude. Maybe we just want, like, Spell Chain Frozen Lances here. It's not actually bad to just get, like, an Emberstone Spell Chain Frozen Lance. I did not need to Emberstone the Frozen Lance because it's already going to be played on the discount floor. But I will Spell Chain a Frozen Lance. I will power up a Titan's Gratitude. I think I will Permafrost the Replicator Ray. Should make it more playable. Eternal Stone. Is that spicy? Is it actually good at all? Actually. I can Eternal Stone the Unnamed Tome. I like that a lot, actually. I could just decide that one boss is silenced forever by tanking Holdover on it, but I'm not going to do that. I don't even want to really consume my Frozen Lances. So, the way our deck functions right now is all of our erratic assistance, units, and equipment all bleed out of the deck. And then the deck should be down to, like, 2 Energy Siphons, the Acid Shower, the Frenzied Swarm. 2 of the Frozen Lances consume. So we'll have 3 Frozen Lances. It's Alive. Offering Token, Harness the Titan. Then the 2 Titan's Gratitudes and the Unnamed Tome. And the Vengeful Shards. So we've got about a 15-card deck that we're working with of solid spellcasting. Are any of those cards I just read out weaker than continually drawing a Frozen Lance or stronger than that? Like, do I want to remove a Frozen Lance? Well, the Titan's Gratitude and the Unnamed Tome are clearly stronger plays than the Frozen Lance. I probably don't want 2 copies of Energy Siphon. So let me Smolder Stone an Energy Siphon, even though it saves 0 energy. I could also keep Stone the Frenzied Swarm if I feel the need to lock an enemy down. Let me go ahead and do that. I don't know if I'll use that or not. And I need to use the restroom. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Upgrade, going to Devour 3. So Devour 3 is we gain triple their attack power, and we have a sweet 80 base health. That's almost enough to even take a hit from Savagery Seraph, which thankfully we don't have to do right now. This can be tricky. I think we're taking it. I really want more relics. Xylophyte, Grael, Siren. That's the wrong order of Sirens. I could actually lose on playing the wrong order of Sirens. Whoa, game got a little weirded out for a bit there. You okay? Let's see. So, Grael, Armor Siren first. Damn it. I didn't scroll correctly. Being over-caffeinated and clumsy at the moment. Put you in the back. There we go. There was an argument for not taking extra energy here. He survives because of Reanimate. Yeah, this is a pretty good turn for Frostpiercer, and we don't need Frenzied Swarm. The incanting begins. Chomp. Get that out. Do I keep taking the $10? Yes, because I'm going for this Pyramanes. We have one more shop, so that's pretty good. Looks like I can drop the Calcified Ember here. Play that. Get out the Plate Mail. We hold the Replicator Ray. I think our basic rules for the Replicator Ray is, like, don't waste a Twisted Back on it. We should only be replicating off of Scissor Hands, because our other stuff is just too strong to let it go to waste. Knock you out. I save this for the boss, I think. I don't know if it matters against the boss. The boss's only ability is a resolve. And you usually can't get a resolve to be silenced. Okay, so what we're going to do here... Probably duplicate this nameless siren in the back. She's probably the multi-cat... It's probably the multi-attacker in the middle we duplicate. Oh, wait. I want to do that before we play, like, the extra incant nonsense. And I keep taking 10 for the Vengeful Shards. Or, taking 1 damage for 10 gold. Show up. Devour you. Harness. Probably It's Alive you. His health going a little bit. So he won't be silenced out of the lifesteal. It's just a status effect. Vampire's Tooth on one of the multi-strikers. Energy Siphon, but I'm not going to play the Titan's Gratitude because I want the Unnamed Tome boss. Okay. We're doing 1,000 damage to Rax. Means we're attacking him a lot, which means the Unnamed Tome is not valuable here. We eat. Scissor Hands you. Harness. Lance. You can get smacked by Grael, that's fine. We can cast into this floor. Titan's Gratitudes don't matter. It's Alive apparently didn't matter, but I had assumed it would matter for a little bit. Oh, he actually gets killed by gets killed by the boss a lot faster than I expected. Okay. Harness. He's got 4 spell shields actually. I can only drop 3 of them. So, on multi-attack 3 for 40, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That happens in about 2 turns. So the mute should matter. And if I eat one of these guys, I get a little more damage. I need to draw a spell to kill him on the top floor, actually. Despite him having 1 spell shield, I need another spell to help kill him on the top floor, I think. Regenerated like a jerk. Well, Frenzied Swarm hits him, and I think that makes him die. As long as Frenzied Swarm works, Grael gets to hit him once, which should be all that matters. Because this can't hurt him. But this will work. Boom. Clonk. That was close. Distressingly close. Weaponized Prosthetic is theoretically okay here because we can remove a Scissor Hand and give something like plus 30. But if this recycles through our deck, it might become worthless. No, because we've got a couple different Sirens. We've got like 3 Sirens that we have whatever equipment on. So that's totally playable. Both the Guardian's Amulet and the Frenzied Swarm are probably playable. I think I take the Guardian's Amulet here. We're taking the left path, as we discussed. Check the Merchant of Steel. We've got Dualism and another Frenzy Stone. So I think I put another Frenzy Stone on the same Siren, and it just goes crazy. And we probably want to duplicate that in the upcoming fight. Let me check the Merchant of Trinkets. A Forgotten Name is kind of mediocre. Rules of Containment are not going to help very much. I'm going to re-roll this once to check for important things. Founding Seal is godlike. That is exactly what we wanted. How do we feel about Versatile Understaff? Versatile Emberstaff probably helps quite a lot in the early parts of the fight, so I think I do take that. So back to the Merchant of Steel. I think we're at the reroll here. I could take the Strength Stone onto something random, because it gives Grael, like, 30-something attack power for the Strength Stone to exist. So I'm just going to put it on, like, whatever. Guess I'll put it on the same Twisted Assist, like, Efficient or something. Dual Stoning the Titan Sentry does not excite me. I think we're just re-rolling, and we want this Incant Armor 2 on the Siren of the Sea. It's more valuable than Dualism because the Incant double trigger. I don't think I Large Stone anything. Right? I don't think I do. Not with that Siren of the Sea already like that. Because I need to be able to play 3 Sirens out. Actually, 3 Sirens out is only 6 spaces. So Large Stone is only 1 more space. But I've already double upgraded this. I could Large Stone this Nameless Siren just because. It doesn't do a lot. Actually, I can Large Stone the Titan Sentry down here, because I'm only playing 5 space worth, and I took a friggin' Heaven's Light like an idiot. So we'll do this. We'll just make the Titan Sentry really friggin' huge. I have no idea how we're keeping Grael alive on the top floor, honestly. You know, maybe the way we're keeping Grael alive on the top floor is that we duplicate the Titan Sentry we just upgraded, and we give Grael a Titan Sentry back up. So then it's just Grael and a Titan Sentry and 2 spaces worth of assistance at any given time. It might take longer for me to eat my assistance, but I think it's more stable in a lot of ways. I think this is just a much safer game plan. Let's go. Okay. I feel a lot better. Especially having Founding Seal. I think that's really, really good. Do this. This. Okay, I have the energy to deploy everything. Good. I hold the Unnamed Tome until I can get an Incant out of it, I think. No, we start incanting immediately. Landing these Incants matters more than hitting the boss. I will play this. That will set the stage for duplicating. Let's see. Doesn't matter much where we play the It's Alive, so I'm just going to play it on the Incant floor. Plate Mail this floor. To hold the stats. Chosen Ardent will actually mess with me a good bit if I play too many cards. So I'm just not going to play much this round. Okay, we've got a couple good things going on here. We're going to open with this. Then I definitely want to get out my Frost Piercer. And then we can use the Sanguine Assistant. I think we've already duplicated, so this should go out onto this guy. We harness, play the next assistant. Then should be Frozen Lance, Titan's Gratitude for more incants. I still haven't gotten my Twisted back for my Sweeper. Here it is. I don't want to play into this Chosen Ardent. But I can still play Harness the Titans on another floor. Ooh, this guy needs to be eaten by Grael, but I don't have space. So he's just going to go through a whole run around. We've got 97 armor, so we're in good shape even if we're getting attacked here. Looks like we're hitting pretty hard on our incant floor. That's good. Let's see. So I devour you, equip here, weaponize that, harness. We should be outscaling the Curses of Entropy this run by a lot. Energy Siphon, Frozen Lance. Yeah, because I got the Twisted Back here, which is the question as far as whether or not we're scaling, is whether or not we got the Twisted Back. Okay, we lost him. Let's see. Devour. Put that on the Triple Striker. I don't want to play into the Chosen Ardent. So we're harnessing. It's alive here, I think. Oh no, we take the damage after the attack, so it doesn't matter if we play It's alive here. If we do this, ditch the Guardian's Amulet, get the saps out. Twisted Assistant, eat him. Attack goes up by like another 100. Crazy. We weaponize this. Replace it with Twisted Back. Play this. Silence boss. Harnessing doesn't matter. Do that. More incants. Cleanly done. I want to check on how much damage we do here. 1600 damage attack. And I think that was a suboptimal draw pattern, because we had to pass on our... we got our upgraded Twisted Assistant late, and we passed on him once. So I think that was a suboptimal draw pattern for 2 reasons. But I don't know how well we're going to do against the Titans, because I'm a little tepid on our resilience in certain places. I think it's probably still the case the middle floor, like, outscales and blows everything up. But we might have to, like, move some things around. We have a lot of fire health to work with, honestly, so probably don't have to fret that much. The large sentries. No Titan skin options this game. It's a bit of a bummer. Twisted Assistant, devoured. Twisted Back immediately. Get this out. I'm not going to start harnessing the Titans yet? No, I have to. I'm actually in trouble. I'm going to lose this frontline Siren. Okay, she gets enough stats to not die. That was scary. Okay, Twisted Assistant. Chomp. I would normally want to play that to the Triple Striker, but I don't think I want to in this case. Maybe we play it to Grael instead. We want to harness first. I think we harness, then Frozen Lance, then Energy Siphon. Twice. We probably do need to play the Twisted Back then, eh? Which means we won't be duplicating the Siren at sea. We'll probably duplicate the Nameless Siren. It might be the Frenzied Swarm over the Titan's Gratitude here. Despite this hitting for like 500 damage or so, we can just hold the spell weakness. I think our frontliner on this floor is a bit susceptible. I'm a little concerned about it. All said and done. So we devour into Scissor Hands there. New assistant. Duplicate you. Harness. Firelight. I want to silence you out of your loop effect. Let's see. I think I do It's Alive here to get some of your health back, and Frenzied Swarm to keep some of your health from falling down in the first place. Okay, I think we Stoic Plate Mail here. Devour that. Scissor Hands is pretty whatever. This. We should be outscaling Curses of Entry, but I don't need to play it because my health is high enough. Let's see. If I don't play it here, it turns into more damage. That's always the question. I think I probably don't play Titan's Gratitudes onto the Titans until it's actually just lethal. Just because the nature of stacking up spell weakness is very good like that. Still haven't drawn my Frost Piercer because I am doubling up a lot. Or, I'm holdovering a lot. Unfortunately, this does 1 damage. So if we play it to the bosses, it will clear their spell weakness. But it should be worth it here. Because applying Unstable 10 to 5 enemies turns into 50 damage on the boss. Pretty cool. I think we Frenzied Swarm here to keep this Siren up as long as possible. So let me Frozen Lance probably here then. Okay, the Icy Silophyte is at the breaking point. Frost Piercer going out means we're pushing 140 Frostbite here. That is useless. More than 140 Frostbite. Here. She's getting killed by the Entropy attack that I cannot silence out of. I think I might let both of these go so I can draw out more cards. Yeah, I need to recycle the deck so that I can get back to the Titan's Gratitudes. So I need to stop holdovering for a bit, I think. I was able to keep him only at strike 1. But we just need to kill a little faster. Actually, we're on track. Because he's going to have Frostbite 150 at, what, 700 health? So he shows up here. He's going to take hits from this Siren, because the Siren's not going to be near dead. Entropy is certainly, like, dead next round. We can let both of these go, but we're closer than I might think. That Frost Piercer hit is big. Okay, so Energy Siphon him, Firelight, Frozen Lance. Yeah, we can't keep the Siren up any longer. Oh no, it's still alive. Holy crap. At the end of next turn, the Pyrelights should catch up with the top floor. Yep. So that is about to die. Yeah, we got it. Cool. And for kicks, do 150 there. Nice. Despite losing the bottom floor, that was still a pretty safe win, just because we very healthily had the damage required. We were just on a very, very good damage pace. Those strategies blended together plenty well. All right.